Hello, everyone, and welcome to our virtual event to celebrate School Choice Week. I'm Crystal Favreau, the Student Services Director from TMSA Public Charter Schools, and I want to welcome you to this celebration that we have tonight. Things certainly look a little different this year, but we're going to make the most of it. We have some exciting words to share about school choice and why we're celebrating tonight. And then promptly at 6:15, our magician is here to host a live virtual magic show for you all. So at this time, I would like to welcome our superintendent, Mr. Ben, here to share a few words with you.
Good evening, TMSA Tigers and QCSS Lions. Welcome to another virtual version of something new, thanks to COVID, and now we're learning everything how we're going to be handling virtually from now on. Free, appropriate public education everybody is right in this country, and school choice is the big portion of it. It's been like 30 years since 1991, charter schools are on the picture. And today, over 7,500 charter schools around the nation, and then more than 3 million students are attending. That is a kind of showing the indication of the choice. When we look at our states, we have about like over 200 charter schools with 125,000 students are attending, and you are part of this big family. So I am so grateful that you chose TMSA and the Queen's STEM as a partner in your education journey. And we are so glad that, we are touching your lives and then making great, the opportunities for your future. And keep in mind that, we are public schools, but one little, the difference, we get like 30% less money than the regular public schools, but our principals and teachers, with their passion and then their hardworking and everything, they are doing great works. And then even we're not competing with them, we are just overscoring them and then getting a lot of kudos from the state and the other authorities. The indication, we have 3,000 students are in enrollment right now, but we have another 3,000 on the wait list. They are trying to get into our schools. So we are so excited to put more projects and then give more opportunities to North Carolina, the parents and the students. And then we are so thankful that you chose us again. And then on behalf of Queen's STEM and then TMSA boards and then 300 teachers and staff, I am so anxious to see more successes in the future, and I'm anxious to see what our magician is going to do tonight for us enjoy the rest of the night. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Ben. At this time, I'm going to invite Ms. Fogelman, who we thank for your time tonight, to just share a few words. Ms. Fogelman is from Triad, and I'll let her introduce her.
Hey, good evening. My name is Jennifer Fogelman, and I'm the Administrative Assistant for TMSA Greensboro. I've been with TMSA for 6 years, and I also have 2 students at TMSA Greensboro Elementary. I have a first grader and a third grader, and they've both been there since kindergarten. And for me, I think the reason why we are happy to be at TMSA and we're happy that our kids go to TMSA is because we have a choice in our school, and we're very glad to have that choice. We like the small atmosphere. We like the family atmosphere. And the thing that drew us to a charter school, especially to TMSA Greensboro, is the diversity. We could send our kids to our neighborhood school and they look around the room and see everybody else look just like them. And we know that that's not the way the world is. So we want our kids to go to a school where they look around the room and everybody looks different, and that's okay. And that's the way the world is, and that's the way we want to raise our kids. And we're so glad that we have that opportunity and that choice by bringing our kids to TMSA, and all the environment that all the special cultures and environments that they get exposed to is probably the most beneficial part of TMSA for us. So thank you for letting me say that. And I hope that you enjoy the rest of the School Choice Week.
Thanks, Ms. Fogelman. So our second person here to speak tonight is also from Triad Elementary, but if you've ever witnessed anything that has come from our schools, you'll know that Ms. Burke is our greatest cheerleader that we could have speak. So we're going to have her speak for a few moments, and then we're going to share some videos with you all.
Whoop, whoop. I'm so excited to be here. Absolutely. I have been involved with TMSA since it was a seed in the ground, like 2006, 2008. We started with 250 students on 16th Street in Greensboro, and look at us now. We have brother schools, sister schools, we have all kinds of schools, and we're looking forward to growing a brand that Triad Math and Science Academy has started in 2008. I am excited and passionate about our school and what we have to offer. And it tickles me pink every time Ms. Fogelman talks about the diversity, because TMSA has been known for its diversity over the years. We have people from Jamaica, Sudan, Palestine, Nigeria, Egypt, Thailand, Turkey. I could go on and on. And it is exciting to see the great diversity and the passionate people that we get to work with every single day. And I can't hold in my excitement with the great things that are going to happen next year and the years to come. I am welcoming all of you to this exciting evening of the Magic Show. First time ever that we are going to be joined together as all of our schools. The platform is here for all of us to be together. How awesome is that? And all I can say is, go Tigers!
And Lions. Thanks, Ms. Burke. Okay, so at this time, we have seen over the last week, some of you submit some videos yourselves to share how you appreciate your school. And so we're going to show a few of those to you now. And right after that, the magic show will begin. I know a lot of you are very excited.
Hello, my name is Hashni Balasubramanian. I'm currently in the 5th grade and at Queen City STEM School. Queen City STEM opened on August 24th, 2015. That was the day I first joined kindergarten here, so I've been here from the start. Queen City STEM School is an amazing school, and I love it so much because we have caring teachers and staff, and also because we have assignments that challenge us to our academic level. For me, Queen City STEM School isn't just a building filled with knowledge, but it's also like a second home of mine. This is why I love Queen City STEM School so much.
Hello, this is Dr. Paul Bryant. I am the principal here at Triad Math and Science, the secondary campus in Greensboro, North Carolina. This is School Choice Week, and we are very excited about the attention that the school is getting from various parents across the region, we know that the most important decision that you'll make as a parent is about the schooling of your child. Where do you put them and how do you make that particular decision? And some of the things that we hear here at Triad as we talk to parents who have brought their children here is about whether the environment is safe, the environment is certainly supportive. They certainly have an opportunity to realize their potential here at Triad Math and Science Academy. And the parents are thrilled and overjoyed at the opportunity that they've had to be able to have their child in this particular school. I remember most recently when a parent came in and said, Dr. Bryant, for the first time, my child, being here in this school got past a 1 on the EOG. I mean, he did better, much, much better. I'm so happy that he's here. Or the other parent who came and said, I was looking around trying to find the right school for my son. He had been in several locations, but he just had not been happy, and we didn't know really what to do with him, but someone told us about Triad Math and Science, and since we brought him here, he has blossomed, he has opened up, he gets up in the morning, he wants to come here. He said, Dr. Bryant, I don't know what you're doing here, but people need to know the type of environment that you have and the things that are going on, because if it can happen for my son, it can happen for others as well. That's the experience that you're getting here at Triad Math and Science Academy here in Greensboro. It's an opportunity to unlock the potential that your child has inside. It's just a matter of putting them in the right environment where they will get the support, get the education, and get those individuals who will give your child a fighting chance to become everything they need to be. Triad Math and Science Academy. We look forward to hearing from you. Take care.
Hi, my name is Aksha and I'm in 3rd grade. Let me tell you why I love my school so much. My school is incredibly unique. I'm not just a number at my school. I really do feel like it's my home away from home. I feel that me and my teacher, we can easily communicate with each other. And I also figured out how I learned the best at my school. My school also provides so many different ways of learning. That's why I love my school.
Hello, I'm Miss Lanham, the Elementary Dean of Students at Triangle Math and Science Academy in Cary. This is my 8th year at our school. When I was a language arts teacher, I would often give student writing assignments where they had to create a top 10 list around a given topic. I would like to share my own top 10 list today as we celebrate School Choice Week. I will begin by borrowing a few lines from Elizabeth Barrett Browning's Sonnet 43. TMSA, how do I love thee? Let me count the ways. 1, I love our small school feel. We've grown from 99 students in grades K through 6 to over 900 students in grades K through 12 in less than 9 short years. But even though our student body has grown rapidly, we still have tried to maintain that small school feel in that we know our students and their families very well. 2, I love our school's diversity. TMSA has students from a variety of cultural backgrounds, and we celebrate our diverse population. 3, I love our building. We have a beautiful facility with science labs, an auditorium, and a gymnasium. We are very fortunate to have such a lovely building to learn and work from. Hopefully it won't be too long before we are back in it again. I love our staff. We have a group of teachers who work very hard to provide an excellent education for your children, but on top of that, they truly care about your children. 5, I love our strive for excellence. TMSA works hard to provide a quality education for its students. Year after year, we have shown good scores in our end-of-year testing and in our school performance grade. 6, I love that we care about the whole child. It's not just about grades and test scores. At TMSA, we care about your child's character, their social and emotional well-being, and your child's happiness. 7, I love all the activities we offer. From academic teams to sports teams, from homework clubs to book clubs, from robotics to DECA, there is something for everyone, K through 12 at TMSA. 8, I love how our staff works together. We all work together on various projects, events, and other ways to meet our student needs. 9, I love how we are very reflective. At the end of every year, we look back at how the year went, what went well, and what areas need improvement. I believe that each year I have been with TMSA has been better than the year before. The last thing I love about TMSA is that it feels like a really big family. We know each other, we care about each other, and we try to help one another in any way we can. Happy School Choice Week, and thank you for choosing TMSA.
Hey everyone, my name is April Ulmer, and I am the principal of the K-5 campus of Queen City STEM School in Charlotte, North Carolina. This week is National School Choice Week, and in celebration of this week, I wanted to speak to everyone on why I love Queen City STEM. Queen City STEM was one step ahead of the pandemic we are currently facing by already incorporating digital learning days into our yearly calendar. Therefore, when March the 16th, 2020 and the pandemic of COVID-19 hit, we were already prepared to take our classes virtual. Our students, family, and staff stepped up, and we all worked together as a team to get through the 1920 school year successfully. When the 2020-2021 school year began and we went remote, we were able to pick up where we left off and continue as best we could to help our students continue their educational journey successfully. Our mascot at Queen City STEM is the lion. Lions are a symbol of courage and strength, and that is exactly what our students, families, and staff represent. Everyone has shown so much courage, strength, and resiliency during this past year. We are all a team at Queen City STEM, and we will continue to work together through anything for a better future for all. I love QCSS because of the teamwork, resilience, courage, and strength exhibited by all of our stakeholders. It's great to be a Queen City STEM school lion.
That was awesome. I want to thank Mr. Mustafa, who works alongside us and works so hard to help us get that together. That was really amazing to see it all put together.
You're welcome.
So at this time, I know that you're all excited, and it is just about 6:15. So we are going to go ahead and welcome Mr. Michael Stellman, our magician for the evening. Thank you so much for joining us, and we're super excited to see your show. Your audio is not quite working.
Hold on one second, guys.
Oh, we're
hello,
good
hello.
now.
There we
Perfect.
go. I literally had one button that I needed to push, and I forgot to push that specific button. But we're going to do a quick tech check before we officially start the show. So I want to make sure everyone can see and hear me. So if you can see and hear me, go ahead and give me a thumbs up. Oh, that is a very good thumbs up. All right. And then the other thing I want to check is to make sure that the background music that I'm going to be using can be heard by everyone as well, because sometimes in a webinar format, it gets a little wonky. So does everyone hear some light strings in the background? All right. I think we're good. So we're going to start the magic show in about 30 seconds. But everyone's going to need, who is watching, a magic wand. So I want all the kids in the audience to grab a magic wand. Here's the good news. Anything in your house can become a magic wand. You can grab a pen or a pencil or a crayon or a marker or a silly straw. I don't know why I even have a silly straw. But I'm going to introduce myself formally in about 30 seconds when we start the show. So I will see everybody back here very shortly.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the show. We have the privilege of bringing you the greatest magical entertainer our budget can afford. We would like to remind you that during the performance, in accordance with fire safety regulations, this is a smoke-free building. So if you look around and notice someone next to you is smoking, alert them immediately. They could burst into flames at any moment. I'm your announcer, but don't worry about me, because this is a recording. I'm probably on a tropical island right now with a beautiful view overlooking the ocean and a warm, soothing breeze. I'm probably sipping on a margarita or a dry martini. Enough about me. We hope you enjoy the show. Right now, we'd like to introduce our performer. Please, let's give a long round of applause for Insert Name Here.
I'll do my own introduction. Hi, I'm your magician tonight. My name is Michael Stellman. You can call me Michael or Michael the Magician. Everybody wave to your screens and say, hello, Michael the Magician. Perfect. That's part one. Now wave to yourselves and say, hello, audience member. Now we are all acquainted. Thanks, guys. I want to start out with something a bit unusual because people always want you to do magic right away. So I can't just jump right into the magic. If I jump right into the magic, I lose credibility. I have to create drama. That's what I studied. I was a theater major in college, actually. So drama is all about surprise and tension. Not sure what that has to do with Fruit Loops, but it creates interest from the audience. I see everybody's very intently watching right now, wondering what is this strange guy peering into our living rooms going to do with a cup full of Fruit Loops? Well, obviously I'm going to eat them. I need a little snack before we start the show. Not bad. A little too dry though. Some water here. That leads me to a problem. I now have Fruit Loops stuck in my teeth. Not good for a magic show. So I'm going to floss. But I'm not going to floss like an ordinary person. I'm going to floss like a magician. Now, I beg you not to do this at home because only a trained professional should do this. Now, I don't mean floss. Everybody should be flossing at least once a day. But I think this will work. This is how a magician flosses. Once again, this is only for trained professionals. Yeah, way more minty than I thought. Not bad, not bad, not great though. I don't recommend that, that's pretty gross. Here's the second part, watch. Yeah. Absolutely disgusting, but give yourselves a big round of applause. If you don't want to applaud, you can also hold your hands in the air in the universal symbol for I'm having an awesome time, which, as we know, comes from American Sign Language and works great on Zoom. Thanks, guys. That was gross. I apologize for that. And in fact, you probably shouldn't applaud. It just encourages that, but at least I got a nice necklace out of the whole thing. Now, I want to do some magic. So I hope everybody is sitting back, getting ready to relax with maybe a drink or a snack. Of course, a soft drink, maybe an orange juice. We're going to get to that later. I do a trick with orange juice. I also do a trick with M&Ms. Well, I wasn't gonna, but I bought the wrong ones. These are the peanut M&Ms. I like the regular M&Ms. Sometimes it's fun to be a magician. If you're not in the mood for M&Ms, sometimes you can go with Skittles. These are the boring Skittles, though. I prefer the sour Skittles. Those are the ones that make your gums bleed if you eat too many. Sometimes you just go for the Doritos, though. And, oh, there's one left. A single Dorito in the bag. I don't want to be rude and eat again in front of the audience, but I just took... that was a bad idea. These are the flaming hot ones. Sorry, too spicy. We're just going to put that back in the bag. People always ask me, they say, Michael, how did you learn magic? And once again, I was a theater major. I studied drama. I studied scenery and acting. But as far as magic goes, I've been doing that since I was a kid. I started when I was only 10 years old, and I'd like to show everybody the very first trick I ever mastered at 10. I used to do magic for my friends and family in the backyard during the summer. And then at Christmas, my parents would have a whole bunch of visitors to the house. We called that a captive audience. And I would do magic for all the family and friends who came over. I only knew one trick. It was called the 5-card trick. And I'll show it to you now. You guys are going to get the free version. I'm not going to charge you $1 like I did my family and friends. But I did make some nice extra stocking stuffer money. You'll notice these cards are very large. The reason these cards are big is because when I was 10 years old doing this trick, my hands were very small. Therefore, you can now see what this looks like from a historically accurate perspective. Big cards, small hands, 10-year-old me. I called it the 5-card trick because it used 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 cards. Then I would get rid of one card and snap my fingers. And somehow, mysteriously, I would still have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 cards. The audience was so amazed by this that they would all throw their hands in the air and go like this. Wow! All right, some of you, you know what? You have potential. I can see it. Some of you did it. Some of you didn't, but that's okay. I'm going to give you another chance. In fact, rehearsals make a huge difference. I'll take you back a little further. I was 10 when I mastered this trick, but when I first started learning it, I was only 5. And at 5 years old, I used to do magic for a quarter. And for a quarter, I would do the 5-card trick because it used 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 cards. Then I would take not 1, but 2 cards out. I was a little braver at 5. Yet somehow, mysteriously, I would still have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 cards. And the audience was so amazed, they would throw their hands in the air and say, wow! You guys are amazing. You're all experts now, and it's been one rehearsal. Not bad, but I think we could do even better. Let me take you back a little further. The first time I ever saw this trick, I was only 2 years old, and I would do magic for a cookie. And for a cookie, you would get the 5-card trick. Now, the problem is at 2 years old, I couldn't count. So I might get rid of 1 card, or I might get rid of 2 cards, or 3 cards. I was 2, I couldn't count, or 4, or 5, or 6, or 7, or 8, or 9 cards. Yet somehow, mysteriously, I would still have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 cards. And the audience was so amazed that they would throw their hands in the air and say, wow. You guys are the best. Thank you. That was the 5-card trick. That one's all right, but I prefer the $5 trick. People always ask me if you could do it with cards, why not money? The thing is, I don't know if it would work. If I took $1, $2, $3, $4, $5 and I were to get rid of $1, $2, $3, I mean, that would leave me with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh man. That's why it's called the 5-card trick. It only works with cards. Well, my get-rich-quick scheme came to an end real quick, but luckily, I have a little magic left in that box all along, and everything we just did completely disappears, leaving the audience to say, wow, one more time. Thank you, guys. That was a great wow. I think you've earned a magic lesson, a little history lesson, if you will. This trick dates back over 2,000 years. It used to be done with an ancient tea chest. This isn't an ancient tea chest. It is an antique tea chest that has been fully restored to its natural glory. It is important that I show you the back because that's where people think the trap doors are. There are no trap doors in this box. It is just solid wood. Now, originally, the magician or the performer, or I guess the street performer at the time, would take a large wooden block, place the wooden block inside the chest, and the audience would guess where it is. Now, the trick evolved. Over time, that wooden block became a large wooden die. Suppose gambling was very popular at the turn of the century as this made its way to Western cultures. The trick was the same, though. The large wooden die would go into the ancient tea chest, and then the performer would give the audience one final peek. Then the trick would begin. The magician would make a magical gesture. I'll replicate that magical gesture for you exactly as it would have been done. It looks like this. Gesture's complete, and the die has disappeared from the box. Completely gone, and nobody knows where. Now, about 1,000 years ago, this was a good trick. Today, not so much. Audiences are a bit smarter, and it didn't take long before somebody yelled out, "Let me see the other side." I think I heard it. Doesn't matter, though. It's always inevitable. I can show you. Unfortunately, I've got to make one more magical adjustment. There we go. That's the move. And then the die is gone. Now, this trick was a little problematic because it would go on forever with the magician making a magic move, showing the door empty, the audience insisting on seeing the other side, and the whole thing would repeat. Now, 2 things would happen. Either the magician would open the wrong door and show the die. That would ruin the trick. Or the audience would get bored and leave. Please don't leave. I would like to end this, and in fact, I can do it for real. But I have to say a magic spell. Not an ordinary magic spell, a poem by the great philosopher named M. Goose. Some of you might know this one. It goes like this. Old Mother Hubbard went to the cupboard to get her poor dog a bone. But when she got there, the cupboard was bare. And so her poor dog had none. Thank you. That is the mystery of the die and the tea chest. But the problem is that poem has 17 verses. Most people don't know the rest of them. You know what? Just for fun, I would like to do the very last verse because I like it. And it goes like this. You see, that old dog was dear mother's delight. He could read, he could sing, he could dance, he could write. She cooked him gourmet meals whenever he was fed. And she built him this monument when he was dead. Thank you for listening to my story. Much appreciated. Give yourselves a big round of applause. I'm just going to put this over here because we're going to need that table a little bit later. Now, I wanted to do something a little different tonight. I was going to do a brand new trick for everybody. Brand new. Just bought it. It came in the mail, and I got distracted. I didn't learn the trick. See, when you get new magic, you have to learn it. You have to figure out what you're going to say, like I'm doing now. You have to figure out what you're going to do and where the props all go. It's a lot of work, which is why I got lazy. But I had an idea. I thought, what if I brought the new trick with me anyway? Do I have all the pieces? I think so. It all came in a big box. The name of the trick sounded very interesting to me. It was called The Mystery of the Red Bull energy drink. You know, the Red Bull energy drinks, apparently you can do magic with them. How many people like to drink Red Bull energy drinks? I hope none of the kids are raising their hands because if you're not an adult, please don't drink energy drinks. If you take an energy drink and drink it, let me tell you what will happen. You will run around in circles for 3 weeks and drive your parents and teachers completely insane. So yes, do not consume energy drinks. If you have a Red Bull, only do magic with it. But I thought I would play the directions. We'd learn the trick together all at the same time. So I hope you guys don't mind. It's a little different way to do things, but we'll all learn some magic. So here it is, the mystery of the Red Bull.
Welcome to the audio instructions for the Red Bull magic trick.
Great, what do I need?
You are supplied with 3 items.
All right.
They are a glass.
A glass? Got a glass.
A
right
magic bag.
A magic bag. This must be the magic bag. It's the one with the stars all over it. Very
and
magical.
A Red Bull.
And of course, the most important part, that would be the Red Bull itself.
Step 1. Display the Red Bull.
Bit literal, but okay.
Be sure everyone in the audience sees the Red Bull. Has everyone seen the Red Bull? Good. Next, open the Red Bull. Now, pour the Red Bull into the glass. Be sure to completely pour the Red Bull into the glass. Next, stare the Red Bull. I'm sorry, I meant stir the Red Bull around in the glass. Now, taste the Red Bull. Yes, I said taste the Red Bull. Smile to show the audience how delicious it is. Offer the Red Bull to someone else to taste. Pour the Red Bull into the magic bag. Be sure it is all inside. Now, say the magic words.
Abracadabra.
Next, show everyone the Red Bull has become a genuine Red Bull.
Impossible and amazing. Thank you. I don't want to be up all night. I'm putting this away. But that does get us to the more interesting part of the show. This is the part of the show where I'd like to present a little bit of what I call pure magic. What is pure magic? Pure magic is not that. It's dropping things off the table. Pure magic is when I do a trick with nothing more than just me, some simple props, maybe a coin or a card or a magic wand, and my 10 fingers. And that's it. Got one too many. Sorry about that. All right, just me and my 10 fingers. And something simple like a deck of cards. Now, unfortunately, with the webinar format, I can't let one of the students pick a card, so you're going to have to trust me that this is completely fair, but we're going to make sure. Crystal, would you mind if I borrowed you, Miss Favreau? I'm sorry.
That's perfectly fine.
All right. Miss Favreau, am I saying your name properly?
Yes, you are.
Okay, I just want to make sure I pronounce it right because it's your last name, and that's, not writing on that. We got a deck of cards here, and I want to make sure that we didn't set this up. So we didn't talk before the show about what card you were going to take. This is going to be completely random. Is that correct?
It is correct.
Excellent. So I'm going to shuffle the cards up just a little bit, and I should probably show you that they're all different, because if people think all the cards are the same, then that's kind of a lame trick. So again, we want to be as fair as possible. So I'm going to run my hand or my thumb down the cards like this, and you're going to say stop anytime you want, and that's where I'll stop, and that will be your card, and we'll do a little pure magic with your card. So I'll go slow, and you say stop.
Stop.
Ooh, very nice. Very close to the end there. No problem. But let's take a look and see what card you picked. I'm going to peek. I hope you don't mind, because I'm going to see it eventually. It's the 5 of diamonds. Now, I'd like to raise the stakes here, because it's a good choice. Random card. There's a diamond. There's 5 of them. Easy to remember. But in order to make this trick work, we have to have a souvenir. Now, if you were here in person, I would have you come up on stage and sign your name on the card. Unfortunately, you're not here. We're socially distanced. So I'm going to do it for you. I've got a marker right here, and I'm just going to write your initials in the corner. How about a K and an F? That way, if we see it again, we'll be in good shape. In fact, here you can see it while the ink's drying. Little K and an F right there. And we'll go one step further. I'm going to tear that corner off. In fact, here you can see your initials coming off right there. And I'm going to keep this as a souvenir. So I've got a little clip right here. We'll clip it to my shirt. That way it won't get lost. And after the show, I will file it away. So that's the 5 of diamonds. Nice. I'm just going to tear the card up. I'm going to want to make this more spectacular, more interesting. So if we tear the card up, and there's no way I could do anything with it. Now, I'm going to do the rest of this trick in a way it's never been done before. I'm going to do this trick blindfolded. That's right. I'm going to do this trick with a blindfold. We're adding an element of skill and danger. Because with a blindfold on, I could easily bump into things. Actually, you know what? That is a little bit too dangerous. So maybe instead of blindfolding me, Miss Favreau, I'm going to blindfold the cards. Still the same trick. I can't see them. Now, your card has been destroyed, torn up, and the pieces thrown everywhere. But we're going to make it come back to the deck. And I'm going to reach inside, And on the first try, pull out one card and it will be your card. Pretty amazing. Here we go. Done. And wouldn't happen. That wasn't it. That was a practice round. It's practice. It was practice. It's my show. If I say it was a practice round, it's a practice round. In fact, I'll go in one more time. I'll reach in, and in the first try, I will pull out a single card with.
Nope.
That's not it either. That's a Jack of Hearts. Put that in my pocket. Okay, one more. Well, your students know this. Statistically, I will get it right by the 27th try. So hopefully you guys are in for a long night, and I hope you're not doing anything later. I think, no, I can do this. Here we go. Last try. I want to make it interesting. So if I don't get it on this try, I'll, I don't know, I'll chop my finger off for your entertainment pleasure. How's that? I'll put my finger on the line. That's ridiculous, because of course I'm going to get it on the, whoa. That's weird. Crystal, I don't think it worked because you picked a lemon. And we know it's a lemon. The card is gone. That's, huh. I'm not going to cut my finger off. That was a joke. I'm going to open the lemon. So I got to be very careful. This is kind of a small knife, but it's very sharp. So got to go slow. I'm going to look at the lemon instead of the audience. And this only opens up if I know the password or the combination. And I think I remember it. It's 23 to the right. Then we go 11 to the left. And then we go back to 13. And inside the lemon is something that should not be inside a lemon. You were expecting only fruit, pulp, seeds, juice, and rind. But this is a card. Now, it could be any card, but it is not just any card. This happens to be the 5 of diamonds. Now, this could be any 5 of diamonds, but this one's missing a corner. Well, it could be missing any corner, but it happens to be the exact match for your card right there. Let's give Miss Favreau a big round of applause. That is amazing. Thank you very much. If you were here in person, I would give this to you. You could put it in your wallet and you would smell lemony fresh for about 3 days. Unfortunately.
Can you mail it to me? You can send it in the mail.
That actually brings me to my next trick. I was going to ask how well you do under pressure, because I have pre-stamped envelopes right here. And there's 7 of them for each day of the week. Now, when I say how would you do under pressure, I mean, how would you react if I were to mail you an empty envelope every day of the week? That's Mondays right there. I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, what kind of weirdo would mail someone an empty envelope every day of the week? Well, the same kind of weirdo who on one of those days, without telling you which one, would mail you an envelope full of glitter. Yes, extra fine glitter, the shiny stuff that gets everywhere. You open that envelope, you will be vacuuming for months. It gets in your eyelashes, your hair, your clothes, the carpet, the dog, the cat, the couch, and the hardwood floors. It never comes off. You'll always find little bits of it all over. Yes, the glitter bomb. But don't worry, I'm going to give you the weekends off so we can skip Saturday and Sunday. And I'm going to ask a couple people to make some decisions. Now, unfortunately, I don't have your addresses, so I can't actually mail you a glitter bomb. So I'm going to play this game of Russian roulette, if you will, and I'm going to put the onus on me. I'm going to risk something I really care about. For example, this sandwich that I was saving for the end of the show. It's going to be my snack/dinner when we were done. So I'm willing to open an envelope of your choice and dump it out, getting everywhere in my room, which is going to be horrible to vacuum and clean, but I will do it right on top of my sandwich, thus risking ruining my dinner. I'll put the sandwich right here, and I'm going to have Crystal pick the first envelope. Which day of the week would you like? I've got Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and oh, he's sleeping. It's Casual Friday.
I like him.
Oh, you do? Would you like to pick Friday?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
We'll start with Friday. I'm just gonna tear that open, and Friday, we'll dump it out on my sandwich and see how you did. Oh, very good. My sandwich is safe, and so is my floor for yet another day. I'm going to go with someone else. How about Mr. Mustafa? Would you like to pick an envelope to open up and dump the contents out?
Okay, I'll go with Tuesday.
Tuesday. Yeah, nobody likes Tuesdays. Wednesday's fun because that's the halfway, but Tuesdays,
Yeah, right.
you still got most of the week left, kind of a grind. So we'll get rid of Tuesday, and let's see if that
Be
will
careful.
be the ruiner of my dinner.
Oh, good.
Good choice. We're clean now. Every time we do this, though, as you know, the probability of hitting the glitter bomb goes up exponentially, and it gets a little more tense. As I said, drama and tension. So let's have Mr. Idle, and I don't know if I'm saying that right, but I think I might be.
So I'll choose Monday.
Oh, what was that?
Monday.
Monday. All right. Monday, leaving us with, let's find out. Goodbye, sandwich.
Oh.
Nice. Oh, hey, empty Monday. Not bad. We're 50-50. How about Mr. Karadaman? Your name's cut off, so there's more letters in your name than I'm pronouncing. But it cut your screen out. Can you say it for me so I at least say it properly?
It's Cardamom.
Cardamom. Oh, okay. I was close.
You're good. Yeah.
So whichever one you pick, that's the one we're going to open. Wednesday or Thursday?
Thursday.
Thursday. Good choice. We will open Thursday, and that leaves us with a 50-50 chance of this going horribly wrong. Nice job. Thursday is clean. So I have to give you all a lot of credit. You left us with Wednesday, and you all work amazingly under pressure. I am very, very impressed, and I want to thank you for playing the glitter game, guys. That's going to be a lot of vacuuming later, but that was very pretty. It was worth it. It's so funny. I was doing a Zoom show last week, and I looked out into the gallery view, and someone in the audience was waving a sign back and forth, and I couldn't tell what it said because he was waving it too fast. Eventually, he slowed it down, and I was like, "Oh, it says screaming." He was reacting to what I was saying. He said, scream. He had another one that he would hold up. He'd be like laughing. And I'm like, that's brilliant. He had cue cards for himself. But I thought, well, that's a good idea. What if I had cue cards with like suggestions on how the audience, which is everybody watching, could possibly react? And I made some good ones. For example, I've got like a slowly clapping. That's a good one. That's we've also got applause, a tried and true classic. We've got polite nod, rude words. That's clearly if you don't like something. But I want to do a little mind reading experiment. And I'm going to go back to Miss Favreau. I hope you don't mind, but I'm going to have you just pick randomly any one of these words, not one that you think I'd like or not like, but just one completely out the top of your head. And we're going to use yours to eliminate 3.
Applause.
Applause. Oh, applause. Nice. Very good choice. As I said, we're going to eliminate 3. So we'll start with, let's start with polite nod. Can I see everyone's polite nod and how that would go? Yeah, that's, to me, I would say that is way too polite. So we'll nix polite nod. That's a no. Rude words. I don't want to hear the rude words. So I would say, nope, don't even think about it. I don't want to encourage bad language. So we'll say, obviously, no to rude words. Said we were going to get rid of 3, all but what you chose, which is applause. So we've got slowly clap. But before I get rid of slowly clap, can I see a slow clap from everybody watching the show? If you're at home, you can go ahead and slow clap. Oh, I feel like I'm at a golf game. That is way too boring. That's a big no on slow clap. That leaves us with applause. And you probably knew this, but I absolutely love applause. And hopefully I have earned some of yours. Give yourselves a big round of applause for choosing the right one. You guys know Valentine's Day is coming up, and I want to try something. I made this. This is really cool. It's my Valentine's Day thought bubble. And I don't know what I'm getting. I don't have a Valentine this year, but if I did, it's got a lot of good ideas on what you could get them. Some of these are not very appropriate at the moment. For example, well, a toaster, that'd be a good one. But a cruise, nobody's going on cruises right now. Probably not a good idea. Tickets to a show, there's not a whole lot of shows, so that might not be. Outdoor restaurant, well, maybe outdoors, depending on where you live. Diamond ring, some money, a new iPhone, gift cards. But I want everyone to play along. So in order to do this, you're going to have one person from your household kind of get real close to the screen so you can see all of the spaces. So go ahead and send someone real close to the screen so they can see. And that leaves us with our start position. I want you to go ahead and put your finger on the start position. If you can't reach the screen, you can hold your finger out in front of you and line it up with the start position. And I want everyone in their head to pick a number between 5 and 15. Any number between 5 and 15. And you're going to count your number going clockwise around the circle. Once you're inside the circle, you can stay inside the circle. Let me explain. For example, if your number was 11, you would go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Or if your number is 5, you would go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I think you get the idea. I'll count with you a little bit, but start counting now. 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on, and so on, and so on, and so on, around the circle till you get to your number. Now stop wherever that is, because you went clockwise that time. Now we're going to go back around the circle, counterclockwise, the other direction, like this, the same amount of spaces. For example, if you picked an 8 the first time, you're going to go 8 the second time. So if you went this way and landed on the phone, you would go back this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and that's how it'll go. So I'll count with you and go backwards around the circle, the same amount of spaces. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and so on until you get to your number. Now, I just want to make a guess. Everybody is on one object. And just out of the top of my mind, I think it would be amazing if everybody picked the same object. And it's just a hunch, but I have a feeling that everybody is getting a big diamond for Valentine's Day. If I'm right, hold your hand up in the air. That's amazing. I see a lot of hands. Oh, someone didn't hold their hand up in the air, which tells me you need to go home and practice this trick a little more. So thank you for your time. I said I would teach the audience a trick. So I would like everybody who was at the beginning of the show and asked to grab a magic wand, go ahead and grab your magic wand. I've got a silly straw. I don't even know why I have a silly straw, but got 2 sillies in it, so that's kind of cool. Take that magic wand, rub the wand on your sleeve. That is the first step of this trick. Everybody watching, if you're at home, rub the wand on your sleeve. If you don't have a sleeve, that's okay. You can use your pants. If you don't have pants, that's not okay. Go put some pants on, come back. Thank you. Now, take the magic wand, squeeze it in your left hand. This is important because you're going to grab your wrist, holding the whole thing in place, and then open your fingers very slowly, like that. And the wand will float in midair. Now, this only works if you cheat. And I absolutely cheat. I use my finger to hold the wand in place. This is the most important part of the trick. You always want to show the audience this side. This looks like a floating wand. This looks like you're holding it with your finger. This looks like a miracle of biblical proportions. This is still just a finger. That's one trick that you can easily do at home, but there's another one that you can easily do at home, and that is this one. It is the mystery of the floating metal sphere. That's right. All you need to do is go to the garage and find yourself a 12.5-pound chrome steel ball. Very easy. Then you take that ball, hold it between your hands, put your finger on one end of it, and then move your hand away. And it will look like that ball is magnetically attached to your finger. Gets even weirder. If you move your finger, the orb can float in the air. Now, I said everyone can do this easily. And it's true, because all you need is a soup ladle. That's right. A couple things when you're doing this trick. Ask permission to borrow the soup ladle, otherwise you're stealing it. Also, to do this trick, the soup ladle goes in your armpit. So make sure you wash it before you return it to the kitchen when you are done doing the magic. But it's pretty simple. You hold the soup ladle under your arm. And when you're showing the audience from this angle, this only really works great if they're right in front of you or on Zoom. You can make it look like the ball is floating, but only show them this side. Never show them this side, then you look like a guy with a soup ladle under his arm. That's just strange, but if that's the look you're going for, I don't judge. There's one more trick I learned when I was little, kind of good one. And it might not fool your older sisters, might fool or brothers. It might fool your younger brothers and sisters. It's kind of a dad or uncle trick. You know, it's kind of cheesy. But you take the orange juice tube out of the kitchen, and you got to wait until somebody makes the orange juice. When somebody makes the orange juice, you then steal the tube before it gets thrown away. Don't do what I did, which is to stare at this for a good 10 minutes because it said concentrate. That was an orange juice joke. All right, you're going to take some water. Pour the water inside the tube just a little bit, maybe 2 or 3 tablespoons at most. And if you snap your fingers and make a magical gesture, you will have a glass of orange juice. It's not the most difficult trick in the world. You kind of rest that in there before it starts. So that's actually hiding out. And if you get that orange juice right after it's been made, there's always enough stuck to the side that if you swish it around with just a little bit of water, you'll have enough for 1 glass of juice. But that's not the whole trick. This trick evolved over time. You see, eventually I added a magic wand. But not an ordinary safe magic wand like everyone's using tonight. Mine's a little more dangerous. Happens to be a nail. Big old roofing nail, galvanized steel, pointy tip. But a nail was no match for the soft cardboard of an orange juice tube. In fact, you could poke it right through. Now that gave me a weird invention, a tube with a nail through it. I didn't know what to do with it, so I kind of put it on the back burner for a couple years. And then I figured it out. I found the natural enemy of a magic wand, and that is a soft, fragile balloon. So I'm going to blow the balloon up now, which is a trigger warning to those of you who suffer from globophobia, which is the irrational fear of balloons. You might want to look away. The rest of you, this is the 3D part of the show, so you can put on your special glasses now. Whoa! Okay, that was terrifying. Sorry about that. But at least we got the balloon blown up, which is very difficult. But I just realized it's not going to fit in the tube. Unfortunately, I blew it up too big. I think we're going to have to put the... That was the balloon, not me. I feel like we're going to have to put the balloon inside the tube in order to blow it up. So this is physically the hardest part of my show. The magic words are pulmonologist. We did it. Good time to take a little break. Let those dots that are in front of my eyes kind of fade off into the distance. I'm going to tie a knot in the balloon so I don't ever have to do that again. And I'd like to present to you my favorite trick. I call this the balloon of death. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, future leaders of the world, you've been a great audience. So please sit back, relax, and enjoy the balloon. Before we go, I want to do one more trick. This is one of my favorite tricks, and I'm going to need everybody's help. I know that we weren't able to interact as much as usual tonight in the webinar format, but you guys have been an amazing audience, and I appreciate everybody's attention. So everybody, please grab your magic wands, because we will use them for an experiment that I call the mystery of the bottle and the glass. Now, in order to do this, I need to grab the bottle and the glass. Let me find our bottle. Here's our bottle, and here's our glass. Hold on one second. It looks like okay, good. The parts had rolled under the table on the wrong place where they were supposed to be, but that is okay because we can still do the bottle and the glass. I've got all the pieces right here. We're going to do a trick that's called a transposition. It's the last trick in the show, so it has to be a good one. The bottle over here is going to fly through the air and land where the glass is. And the glass will fly through the air and land where the bottle was. Now, this trick only works in the dark. Unfortunately, we've got a lot of studio lights in here. It's a Zoom show, so I can't turn them off. You won't be able to see anything. My camera doesn't do infrared, but that's okay. The solution are these magical solar shields. So we will cover up the glass and we will cover up the bottle with the empty. Okay, public service announcement. This is why it's important to practice the magic before the show and not during. It's just like piano lessons when I was a kid. That's okay. We don't need this bottle. It can go over here. It's too many bottles. We won't even worry about it. Here we go. Bottle and the glass. I want everybody watching to hold out your magic wand. If you don't have a magic wand, hold your finger out and say, go.
Go.
That's it. They have changed places, and I will prove it by looking inside. Yes, good, perfect, it's done. Now, I know you don't believe me, so I'll show you. But before I show you, stick your hand out one more time and say, change back.
Change back.
Yes, and now they change back to where they started. And that is a full revolution or some people don't really trust me. In fact, they think I cheated. But you know what? Sometimes this trick actually works, but it happens so fast, nobody sees it. I'll do it again. I'll slow it down a little bit. We'll start out with a bottle under this tube and a glass under. Whoa! That's too many bottles. Sorry, guys. I did that again. That's here we go. Bottle in the glass. At least the trick still works. But let's try that one more time. For those of you who didn't catch it because it was too fast, super, extra, mega, slow motion. Here we go. Slow motion. Sorry about that. That's too many bottles. Luckily, it doesn't matter because the trick still works. But I know what you're thinking. You're thinking this is boring. So I'll do it again. I'll do it in a way it's never been done with only one tube. If I cover up the glass with one tube, the glass turns into the bottle turns into the glass. You can do it backwards, turn the bottle into the glass and the glass back into the bottle. But at that point, people think that you cheat. They think that you use an extra bottle. Sometimes they think that you might use no glasses or two extra bottles over here or another bottle over here. But if we have one more bottle over here, we should have another one over here with two glasses over here. And if we have a glass over here and a glass over here, we should have one more bottle over here and one more over here. And that is the glass and the bottle trick. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, friends, family, and strangers, that is the end of the magic show. But I would like to thank TMSA and everybody who brought me out today to hopefully give you a little bit of enjoyment in an otherwise very strange time in our lives. So give yourselves one big round of applause. I want everyone to stay safe, stay healthy, and once again, thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Concludes our performance. We want to thank you for coming to the show, and we hope you had as much fun as we had performing for you. Level of fun obtained from said performance is dependent upon.
All right, everyone. Before you go, we do have a couple more videos that we didn't quite get to at the very beginning, so we'd love for you to stay and watch. We have a student from Triad, Ane. I hope I said it right. If not, I apologize, but I'm sure you'll recognize his face if you're from Triad. And then we also have a video about why I love TMSA. So we'd love to share those with you, and we thank you so much again for coming tonight and hope you enjoyed the show.
All right, just give me a second.
Developing new talents, meet new friends, tons of sports teams, smaller class sizes, more flexibility, school events, sports teachers, and sports diversity.
I love TMSA because I love my students. Thank you for all.
Thank you so much, everyone. Again, I'm just leaving the link one more time. If you were able to take any family photos tonight, please use the link that's shared in the chat and submit them. We'd love to see them. It also helps if you don't mind naming them with your child's name and school so we know where they're coming from and which school staff we can share it with. Thank you so much. We hope you had a great time, and thank you for choosing TMSA Public Charter Schools. We appreciate you.
Thank you, guys.
All right. Good night, everyone. Thank you.
Good night, everyone. See you tomorrow.
Thank you. Good evening.